Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary.
No matter what you can see, there is always more. Take a ring of keys. Place them in front of you. What do you see? Keys, right? Wrong. What is a key? What does it represent? A way in, a way out. A home, a car, employment, businesses making keys, providing shelter and protection for families. A steel mill, workers burning ore, machines creating heat, extracting metal used for keys. Migrant workers in mines, minimum wage, providing food, small villages and dusty roads, rag huts that don't need keys. Steel industries, inheritance, caviar, a Jaguar, a mansion with many doors, many locks that need many keys. Hot steel being shaped, not enough air, black lung disease, fire extracting metal, interstate travel, truckers, moving metal, making machines to make keys. The key is never what you see. There is always more. I am not fooled by the appearances. The best is yet to come. Yeah.
I totally understand that.
Yeah. When I was reading it, I was like, what are you saying? And then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's not just the key. There's a lot of things that go into making a key.
Making a key. And a key can represent a whole bunch of stuff.
Yep. Exactly.
A key that represents a whole bunch of stuff.
Yep. I didn't see that from my glance at that before I read it. I just read the top. I didn't read all the way down, and I was like, where are we going? Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's happening? I wouldn't have read that one. In my head, I was like, do I stop now? Because
No.
I'm not, but I kept going. I said, I got it. Hey, y'all. Welcome.
Hello.
We are here at the Just Being Me podcast. Excuse me because I'm trying to wake up. I'm very tired. I'm trying to get a little bit of energy to do our show. But this is episode 69. Ooh. 69 of the podcast.
69.
Okay. So we're here. Miss Mary Mack, you hear her on the Zoom. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in last week and continuing to tune in, sharing us with your friends and your family. Our podcast family is growing, so we truly appreciate you guys for sharing us. And you can always find us where you listening to us now, or Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, and Podcast Addicts. And as we introduced last week, we are also part of the Amazon Music family under podcasts.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I went there the other day just to make sure. And yes, we are there.
Cool.
Yep, we are there. So let's just jump on into the weekend review.
Okay.
What you do this weekend?
So, Mary, what did you do this weekend?
Well, I made my chili. I made a big pot of chili. Oh, it's so good. And, just cutting up everything and getting all that done. And I also made some pumpkin bread and cranberries.
It was so good. She gave me some. It was good. It was good. I almost missed out on that because I put it in my bag at work. She brought it to me at work. Put it in my bag at work because I was like, I'm going to eat it tomorrow, like with my fresh cup of coffee. And she said, well, I guess you didn't like it because you didn't say nothing. I was like, oh my God, it's still in my bag. I'm glad you said something. I'm about to eat it right now. And it was delicious. Delicious. So thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime. Anytime.
What else you do?
I didn't do too much other than that, just kind of, middle around here. Got involved with a Hallmark channel. You know how that goes. All day long.
Yeah.
All day long. I got into that and did a lot of writing and reading, and that was basically it. When I looked up, it was Sunday night.
Oh, okay. I hate those kind of weekends where it just run all together and it's like done. Like, dang, what did I do?
Yeah, they just run together. Well, I did go get my hair cut on a Saturday afternoon and spend some time with my barber. And, she does baking. She does more baking than I do because, that's her little business too. And she had some baked goods and stuff. And I tried that. She had like a concoction. It was the sweet potato pie and a peach cobbler together. And it was nice. I never had it before, but I think I would prefer, if I'm going to have peach cobbler, I'm going to have peach cobbler. If I'm going to have sweet potato pie, I'm going to have sweet potato pie. Because I just didn't want them together. Because on peach cobbler, you would put ice cream. In my mind. Yeah. But I wouldn't do anything to a sweet potato pie.
No. It's like two different textures. Good. Yeah.
It was. I ate it all.
Like, while I got it, let me just go on and finish this.
Let me just go ahead and eat it. But she's a baker, and every once in a while when she's baking, she brings things into the shop and everything, and she's very good at sharing and everything, and I appreciate that. But it was very good. It was very, very tasty. She got a lot of talent there.
Okay. That sounds good. Sounds really good. I didn't do too much this weekend. I just pretty much chilled. I was out in LA a lot, back and forth. Saturday, Sunday, I was in LA, like Saturday and Sunday doing stuff. And then yesterday I had a show at the North Hollywood Federal Bar, a live show.
Okay.
Yes, that was my second live show with the Rebels of Comedy. And it was really fun. It feels really good to get back out on stage in front of a live audience that, they were socially distanced. You had to have your mask on when you came in. You could take it off when you eat. And they didn't really have a mask on while we were performing. And I prefer not, because you can't even see people laugh. Like, it still would feel like weird if the whole audience had on a mask. I mean, you could hear them, but I don't know. But it was nice. And they have the tables socially distanced enough to where even if you laugh, they laugh, particles ain't coming all over you and all of that stuff. So it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. The place always have really good food, so I always get chicken wings after I get off stage, because I can't eat before. I can eat afterwards, of course. But it was good. I had a good time. Got home late. That's probably why I am tired, because I got home at 11:30 last night and then had to be up to be at work at 8. And that was kind of rough. It was rough because I haven't done it in a while. Like back then, I was used to doing it. I'm like, okay, got a show in the middle of the week. Okay, cool, whatever. But I haven't done that in a while. So it is what it is. It was fun. I had a good time.
At least you got out and got to see your old, comedy buddies and everything. Yeah. And you had your live crowd there cheering you on. I'm sure you missed that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I say probably once a month I will get out and do a live show. Not all the time, because at least it'll give me time to quarantine myself from, just a big group of people. So I know if something happened to me, I know where it happened at. There. So I'll just wait. I don't want to be doing a whole lot of them. Then I don't know, was it yours?
Right.
Was it yours? No, I only did one, so I'm good. But that's it.
Cool.
That's it. That's all that was going on there. So we could jump into let's talk about it. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Cardi B and Offset are back together.
Wow, that was
a short-lived divorce and separation.
Oh my God! I mean, it didn't take nothing for her to change her mind.
Right? This is my thing. This is my thing. Okay, you are in a relationship. You have a child with this man now. I know people just in general are going to have they ups and they downs. It be times that where you just be like, you know what? I'm done. I ain't doing this. Whatever. But don't say nothing until you really, and don't think that, no, this is a really. No, it's not a really. You know you're going to get back with him. You know you still have feelings for him in some kind of way. You know when you really done. You know. You would definitely know when you done. That's when you just go on quietly away and do what you got to do. I know divorce is a public record. And as soon as you file that shit, that's when it come out. I'm sure they don't be going out saying, I'm getting a divorce until after somebody finds out about it. And then they start to talking and shit. But, you know, just, you knew who that man was.
And then sometimes I'm thinking, is all that stuff done just for publicity? I mean, just for us to, look at you guys and look at your relationship. I mean, was it, just so that you can have this big old, to-do for your birthday,
right.
and all that? It's just like, what are we doing here? It's just like these people now out here in the entertainment world, they're like so different from what we're accustomed to.
Yeah, for real. I mean, they really create the drama around them purposefully. Back in the day, drama was created, but you didn't hear about it, and you heard about it late, or you didn't hear about it at all. You'd be like, "Oh, that happened. Yeah, it happened like years ago. This,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's because of the internet and everything. You can see everything is instant. And as soon as you say "boo," they'll have a thing on your computer saying Cardi B said "boo," and then everybody. And everybody knows. Yeah.
TMZ's gonna get it.
TMZ gonna get everything.
Ooh.
So that's exactly what I'm looking right now on the TMZ page about this. And then they asked him, let's see. It says, Cardi put it bluntly, it's really hard to have no dick. That's what she said. Oh my God. And then she said, it's hard not to talk to your best friend. It's really hard not to talk to your best friend. I understand that. And that's why, because whatever reason why you was mad at him, he cheated on you, whatever it was, you knew you was going to get over it because you know the deal. You knew who you was dealing with when you got with him. So if he your best friend and you really missed the D, then go to another wing in your house when you get mad. Stay over there on that side. And then when you feel better, then y'all get back together. But all the little divorce stuff, stop it, please.
Yeah, I mean, picking up the phone, calling an attorney, and there's a possibility of you guys getting back together. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just too
Stop wasting that money. It's ridiculous. So what is that going to do? What are you hoping that's going to do to him? What do you think that's going to do to your relationship? I mean, every time you holler divorce, you're going to be like, yeah, I'll be back over here.
Yeah, and that's...
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, they built that. When they say you don't do nothing. Yeah. When you don't do nothing.
Nobody's going to believe you. He's not going to even believe you.
Yeah. He's like, oh, please. I'll be back in a month.
Yeah, it'll be all right. Let me just go buy her something real quick.
Right.
And put it on social media.
Her birthday coming up anyway, and I'm just going to come on in here and do whatever.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Mean what you say and say what you mean.
Yep, exactly.
Or he's not going to never believe you,
Nope.
Sometimes you got to make people believers.
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Motown he was with? Who was he with?
He was with Motown for 60 years. He has left Motown to get his own record label.
Wow. Okay.
It's about time, don't you?
Yeah, I would have already thought that he mean, that's
Is that
good.
crazy?
That's good, but not good because all of these, like most of these entertainers or singers or rappers or whatever, was with like a major label, and then they wasn't getting what they needed, and then they create their own label, independent label, and then they continue, with the independent. So to know that this man been on Motown for 60 years, and he just now getting a record deal with his own label and stuff is crazy. Yeah.
I mean, and you know what? And a lot of people, they should start doing that. I don't even understand why Mary Blige hasn't done that yet. That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that is so ridiculous. What are you doing, lady? It's just like ball and chain to Puffy. Stop. Go do your own thing right now.
Yeah.
You should have a whole bunch of stuff by now, Mary. What are you doing?
Yep.
I don't even get that. But he also, what I learned yesterday was that, he had a kidney transplant. Did you know about that?
Recently?
Yes, he had a kidney transplant and the surgery went very well. He's home and he's doing good.
See, now that's the difference. You see how old school is? He didn't need to come and be like, let me call up TMZ. Let me let everybody know that I got kidney surgery happening. So that, people going to say that, it's done quietly. It's like they live in their life. Like they have two separate lives. Just like with me in comedy. I'm a comedian when I'm on stage. And when I'm off, I'm not a comedian. I say funny things, but I'm not on like a comedian. It's two separate lives. It's just an entertainer, whatever you do, music, comedy, whatever it is, and then you got your little humble life. And you would think that you would want your little humble life to be not spread all over the internet. And just not. Oh my God. When I get famous, I pray that my whole life is not spread over the internet. And I'm just going to say right now on October 15th, 2020, if it is never me that would have put that up there. It ain't coming from me.
Okay. But I'm just glad that he's doing well, and I'm glad that he finally made a move from Motown. I mean, just think all those years that Motown has been making money off of that man. I'm really happy for him. I'm just happy, and I wish more entertainers would go out there
and get their
own labels. Someone else got their own label here too. Remy Ma.
Oh, did she?
Yes, it's called Reminisce.
Oh, okay.
Reminisce Records.
That's her baby's
name. She went out and got her own. She went and got her own label.
Good. That's great.
So, I mean, I just want them to be smart. I just want you to be smart. I want you to have some things. I want you to leave these legacies to your children. I don't want, them fighting over your stuff. And then, the car washes and the bake sales. And, what's the other one where they put on the internet? What is that called? GoFundMe's and things that. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family.
Right.
Invest in yourself and invest in your talent.
Right.
Don't allow somebody else to invest in you, and then they got you with a ball and chain.
Yeah, for real. They got you. They got you under these contracts. Then you don't own your music.
You own nothing.
You don't own nothing. You just out here entertaining, being a little puppeteer for them, and they're making all the money.
Right, and he was so young. They did him dirty.
Right. Okay. 11.
Barry Gordy, he did a whole bunch of folks dirty.
Yeah. 11. His mama or whoever put him into it, they didn't know no better. They just was like, yeah, Stevie can sing. He can play that piano. Give us a little change. Enough to make us be like, okay, we can live here and do this and, a little something. Shoot. It didn't take much.
He's like 70. He's in his 70s now. And at 70, he goes and gets his own record label.
Right. Yeah. Maybe
but I'm glad.
Yeah. He has a legacy to leave to all. I said, no, he got a lot of kids. He has a lot of kids.
No. Don't you go there, girl. Look. Whatever happens in that house, stay in that house.
Stay in the house.
Dirt out there in the streets.
We leaving Stevie alone. He's taking care of all of them kids. Okay, you'll hear no baby mommy squawking about nothing. Okay? They taking care. They taking care, okay?
Isn't she lovely?
Exactly. Because, you ain't heard nothing about no Stevie Wonder kids or his baby mamas or nothing. So leave him alone.
That's right. That's right.
It's all taken
Leave
care
Stevie alone. Yep. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Let me see. Oh, we had Nicki Minaj had a boy.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj had a boy. She announced that she had a boy. What did she name it? Let me see.
Did they even post that?
Probably not.
Anything?
Oh,
I don't think that she's released any names yet.
Carol Minaj. What's her name? Okay. Let me not even get into all that. Yeah, thank you, Queen Bee, whatever. Okay. I don't think that she said the name. They said that was the grandmother. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, I really don't care. Not like that. When they say, oh, I'm not going to tell you if it's a boy or a girl yet, I just had the baby. Like, I don't understand the secrecy of that. Especially when it don't matter. It don't matter. Especially when you don't say it anyway. You just trying to build up this whole hype of you to come out.
And you want people to remain interested.
Yes. Be like, let me have the baby. Yeah, exactly. I have the baby. That's big news. And then I'll wait a couple of weeks and then I'll say what sex it is. And I'll wait a couple of weeks and then I'll say the name. And I'll wait, come on. Just enjoy your child, please. With all that extra.
Just go. You know what? And it's okay if we don't hear back from you until the first birthday or so.
That's fine. It's so
fine. Or the
fine.
kindergarten pictures. We don't care.
We don't care. And whoever cares needs to get up out your business is what they need to do.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about this all the time and we laugh. We haven't seen Tyler Perry's child.
We have not seen Mr. Tyler Perry's child.
Okay.
And I like that. I have not seen his child.
Please. Tyler's not playing.
Yeah.
No.
That's the way he's supposed to be.
That's the way it's supposed to be, honey.
That's my personal life. That's my baby. Y'all ain't going to sit up here and try to kidnap him from school and all this other crazy mess because I didn't show them no. You can be private. He's shown you that you can be private. People want to be public.
They really want to.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
he don't have to show his kid to remain relevant.
No. That his child does not make him. It's not his bread and butter.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, okay. Well, congratulations, Nicki Minaj, with your baby boy. Yeah, we'll hear about the name next week. Okay.
Yeah.
Next week we'll report the name. The Clippers got a new referee.
No, a head coach.
Head coach. I mean referee. I'm sorry, I didn't call that man a referee. I don't be watching no sports. I'm looking dead at him. I done called the man as a referee. Look at you. She tired.
It's okay. There are referees on the court.
And I was excited about it. He's a new referee. No, he is the new coach of the Clippers.
Yes, he is.
Tyronn Lue. He came from the Cleveland. He was a head coach at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yep. So, yeah, I'm so happy.
Cool. I am so happy. I am really happy. So now, maybe the Clippers will do something next year. You know what I mean? It would be great. We can get a championship out of them. Well, you know what? We probably won't. But, I mean, see if they can come close. Very close.
Yeah, because,
just give our LA team some strength.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We got the Lakers this year.
We got the Lakers. And the Dodgers aren't doing too bad.
The Dodgers are doing their thing. They were a little shaky.
I don't do football, so I don't know about football.
I only watch the Super Bowl on football. That's it.
Okay.
So I don't even know what's happening.
Right.
What is Doc Rivers going to be doing? Did he say what he's going to be doing now?
Retiring. He's been in the business for years. Yeah. I mean, he's at the point now where he doesn't need to get up and get on the court anymore.
Right. He can go sit down somewhere.
He can go sit down. You know, he really can, and that's a good thing. You know,
Yeah.
He don't have to do anything. And if you want to go every once in a while to, you know, a neighborhood school and help out, you know, the basketball coach over there with the guys and run some drills, cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think he needs to do it professionally anymore. You know, he's done a good job. You know.
Yeah, he has.
So,
he has.
Yeah.
I like him.
And he has. I think it's his daughter is married to Curry, the guy that plays for
Curry, yeah.
That plays for Sacramento.
Yeah.
His daughter is married to one of the Curry boys, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. They're kind of intertwined that way. So he's good. I mean, you know, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine.
He won't be struggling at all.
No, he won't be struggling at all. And then he still have his pulse on the game because of, you know, the people around him play ball. So
Right. Here it is. I was trying to look for the next story. They were people, the media, the Twitters and the tweeters, were out there talking about Ice Cube. So what had happened was Ice Cube went out and talked to the Democrats, and he spoke to the Republicans in regards to what is called the CWBA contract with Black America.
okay.
And so he said, and this is his quote, facts. Okay, let me say this before I say what he said. So Katrina Pearson from the Donald Trump administration tweeted out, shout out to @Ice Cube for his willingness to step up and work with @Real Donald Trump administration to help develop the Platinum Plan. ICYMI, I guess that's click on some shit. And then leaders gonna lead, haters gonna hate. Thank you for leading. So they put that shit out there so that it can make, in my opinion, Ice Cube look like he is on Trump's side, like he's a Trump supporter. So Cube came out and said, facts. I put out to the CWBA, both parties contacted me. The Democrats said we'll address the CWBA after the election, and Trump's campaign said some adjustments to their plan after talking. They made some adjustments to their current plan after talking to us about the CWBA. He further went on to say that every side is the dark side for us here in America. They're all the same until something changes for us. They all lie and they all cheat, but we can't afford not to negotiate with whoever is in power, or our condition in this country will never change. Our justice is bipartisan. So they took his response, the world, whoever. His response don't deem to deny that he is indeed a pro-Trump or working with him in some capacity. And they're saying that the fans are even more confused. I'm a fan and I'm not confused. I don't deem him as being a Trump supporter because that happened. I don't. Or pro-Trump because he went and talked to them. In my opinion, I feel like he went and he spoke to the people, the current people that are in power, just in case, just in case this hashtag Orange Crush takes it all and is going to be there for another 4 years. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation and letting them know what's going on. But if the Democrats win, then he already got his foot in the door and they're going to address it when they get there. So that don't mean that he's pro-Trump, I don't think he's pro-Trump. What do you think?
I don't think he's pro-Trump either, but he went to both parties and asked for a meeting. And of course, we know why Trump's party, jumped on the bandwagon because they needed this publicity.
Yep, there it is.
Period.
Yep.
The Democrats were like, let us get back to you after, the election. And that's okay, but you still somebody could have sat down with him.
Somebody could have sat down with him.
Somebody could have sat down with him if it wasn't for 30 minutes or so and just explained to him, okay, So, what did you want to address? And they could have wrote some notes and stuff like that and say, okay, but, we will like to have a formal meeting after the actual election. But at least we know, what we're getting at here. And then, we can, further this meeting, after the election, because we're really busy right here. We're trying to finish this shit, as simple as that or whatever. I have never heard of the contract with Black America. And first of all, I don't think that we as Black folks should be negotiating anything with any party. We should not have to negotiate with anybody equality.
Right. You're right.
We should have to negotiate, racism, or, negotiate, privilege
and
all
equal
that
rights,
stuff.
right.
We have these rights here, voting, all this stuff. The brutality, even, with the cops killing us right there on TV,
right.
Why are we negotiating anything?
Right.
The negotiation is over.
Yep.
It's over. And you know what? If you're going to get in there and you're not going to do nothing, we're going to get your ass out of there. Period. We're tired of talking. And why are we always coming to the table asking them to come down and sit with us so we can have a conversation and negotiate?
Right.
I'm not negotiating nothing.
Right.
I'm not negotiating anything. And here's the thing. I don't mind people, using their entertainment power or whatever they have, their platforms. But all I need you to do is know your history and know what you're talking about. Okay? Now, I would have this is just my suggestion, I don't know, because like I said, I don't know what contract with Black America is. But, when things like that happen, I just wish that they would just identify a good, strong politician. Whether, somebody of color. I'm going to say that, and then just have a meeting at the table and just, present your concerns and stuff like that. And then, have the politician, kind of help us and tell us, okay, well, the law says this and we have to do that. And then legislation and, all this kind of stuff. Just help us there or whatever so that we can have a clear, concise agenda.
Right.
Instead of you talking this over here, and then you talking this over here, then you go to the Republican Party, and then the Republican Party is saying this, so that you can use some clout, so you can lose clout with your people. We're not going to even give them that. Right. We're not going to even give them that because now we got to go and put out these fires and say no, he didn't. Right. So we have to have somebody smart sitting down with these people, and then just like they have the sound bites. And they saying this, and every time you talk to Republicans, they're saying the same thing. That's what should be happening with the Democrats.
Right.
We should have these sound bites, and every time somebody says this, we got to know what to say to. So we need to come together more and decide, how we're going to fight this.
So let me
not negotiate, but fight. How we're going to fight this, and let's just have one mouthpiece or two mouthpieces representing us, and then let us call it and say yes. They are representing, the Blacks or whatever and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? Not just, you over here talking, then you over here talking, and you over here talking, and then nobody's agreeing with anything.
Right.
It's because we don't know. I want to know how many people know about contract with Black America.
So
what's on that contract?
Let me tell you, because I just pulled it up. I pulled it up. So he is working with a group of people. It's not just him going around being... I'm just, talking out the side of my neck, and I hope, I'm talking for the Black people. It is a 22-page document that,
so who are the people that he's working with?
It has, let's see, it's a professor that he has. He has another professor of urban policy and urban policy and university professor at the New School. It says, I'm just going to read like a little bit of this and I'm going to go down.
Okay.
So the contract with Black America addressing racial inequality. After 400 years of unequal treatment, Black Americans have had enough with gradual reform in the nation that prides itself as the world's greatest democracy. Excuse me.
Democracy, yeah.
I'm about to say Democrats. Democracy.
Where are your glasses?
I don't have them. They somewhere. Where are they? Right. Well, it says, while well-intentioned solutions may have been tried, it's simply too much to ask an oppressed people to stay patient. To finally create a more perfect union all Americans deserve, it is time for a complete paradigm shift in how we run our institutions and operate our country. While this contract with Black America may seem radical to some, the result of a harmonious society that benefits everyone is in all caps, rather than the more radical alternatives, which is watching the great American experiment come apart at its seams. Okay. I like that. And then they list, it's called Judicial and Public Policy Reform. So a couple of these are recognize racism as a public health crisis and mandate federal response. Ban all privately run prisons. Prisoners' labor not allowed without consent. Declare Ku Klux Klan as a terrorist organization. Lynching to become a federal hate crime. Free nonviolent offenders incarcerated for 10 years or longer who have less than 5 verifiable write-ups. Write-ups can be challenged and given due process. Free all prisoners for marijuana possession. Eliminate laws establishing mandatory minimums. Eliminate the 3 strikes rule. And it has a couple of more on here, probably like 5 more. But I mean, I'm not about to read all of this, but if you read it, I think it's something really there. But like to your point, we don't need Ice Cube to be the person, and it may be his whole thing, but we need another politician. We need somebody that's going to be that face of this contract with Black America. So far, just what I'm just glancing over, it sounds really, it looks good. It looks doable. It looks reasonable, because the thing is white people been doing things for a long time. I don't think we should have to have any negotiations to get the same treatment, but unfortunately we do. That's the sad part. Unfortunately we do. And if he has some people, it's a 22-page document. If he has some people that and I'm not reading it all to see who's who and what, but if he has a politician or somebody that he's working with, and let that be the face for this, and really put it out there, I think from what I see is really good. It's good. It's good.
Okay. Yeah, and you know what? And then what we need to do too, and here's another thing we don't do. Once those politicians get into office, we don't even hold these folks accountable.
No.
Y'all need to hold these folks accountable for what they said.
When they wanted just to elect them, they said all of this stuff.
Yeah. When they were on the campaign trail and everything.
Yeah.
We need to hold them accountable for what they said they was going to do. And you know what? We need a timeline.
Yeah.
We need a timeline. When are we going to see these results, sir?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean? We need to start doing that and stuff, because they're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that are not even coming up on the news or, on the news feeds and things like that, because they have our attention focused on, Byron had COVID.
Right.
Okay, really?
Right.
And you know what? Now he's negative.
No.
You know what? We don't give a damn.
Why are y'all telling us that? We don't care. Ain't nobody around. Ain't nobody hanging around him. Y'all.
You guys come up with some negative tests quicker than anything.
Right. Exactly.
In 3 days he was negative, and in 3 days she was negative. We don't know where she went. She wasn't going to the hospital though.
No.
She said she was going to stay at home. So what was the problem with saying that he had it? If in fact he had it,
right?
I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just like, you guys You can't trust anything that they say, anything that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And he still opens his mouth and he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right. He does.
And it's just like, he just needs to be tired. And I know these people are tired. And, they just need to start looking for jobs now.
Yeah, they really do. I'm just over
because
it.
They're gonna be no longer needed.
Yeah. And I was looking at the news the other day, and it's a Netflix special, and I'm gonna watch it, and we could talk about it next week. It's called The Social Dilemma. The Social
Dilemma.
Yes.
And that was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. They had the author was on the news, and he was pretty much telling you how the social media and whatever grabs onto things that you say. We know this, do, and whatever. And they use that information to tailor what you actually see. So right. they did an experiment. So say for instance, and this is not verbatim what the experiment was, but right. Say for instance, I'm a Democrat, and I'm very heavy in social media about the Democrats, this, that, and whatever. I'm looking up stuff Democrat. So they taking in all of that information, and then say somebody else is a Republican, and they get other information that I will never see because they're a Republican. So they're feeding them Republican stuff. So when we having a debate, say now we having a debate on social media, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, where did that come from? Well, they're being fed something differently than what I'm being fed, and vice versa. And so they did a test that they switched each other's social media, and they were like, Dad, like, I don't even get this stuff on my feed. I don't get this on my Google. Like, when you search, how you search things on Google, it comes up differently. You can put the same thing, the same topic in my search engine and put the same topic in their search engine, and it will come up different. It won't come up identical. It will come up different based off of you, based off of the information they gather from you typing this stuff. I was like, whoa, my God. I want to watch that. I mean, we know these things happen, but then to just hear a little bit, like another step, like, I'm like, oh God, you make you not want to be on the computer at all.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny because they start talking about that stimulus package. So what does everybody do? Everybody start talking about the stimulus.
Yeah.
Everybody start talking about the stimulus. And then in the background, they back there changing laws and stuff like that. So we won't even know about it.
We don't know what's going on.
Because they focused on the stimulus.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And this judge that they're trying to get on that seat in the Supreme Court. Yeah. And all the while they're doing something in the background with the vote. Yeah. With the vote. You got a 10-hour wait for early voting in the state of Georgia.
That's crazy.
What? And I asked my daughter, I said, listen. I said, out here in California, I said, some athletes and some entertainers have put their money together, and they have these big arenas or big convention centers and things like that. They say, we're going to open it up. They're going to be polls in there where everybody can come in there and vote. And everybody's going to do this. There's not going to be a problem with voting. We're not going for it.
Right.
If it takes us to get in here and do it, we're going to do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I said to her, I said, you guys have a lot of famous people that live in Georgia.
Yeah.
I said, you got one of the biggest ones out there, and that's Tyler Perry. I said, how come he didn't go to all these different spots and have that money in the mouthpiece to have all these places open in that big old stadium that you guys have built in Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, so these people can vote. Why are these people standing in line for 10 hours?
10 hours, that's ridiculous. That's
ridiculous. And like I told her, I said, they are so afraid. They're trying to do everything that's known to man to have this man win again because they are so afraid. Those red states. And I said, have you noticed that nobody has problems with voting except the red state?
Right. Because they do so many things to try to, yes. Like you see those what you call it? They putting out those ballot boxes. The Republicans.
Is that ridiculous?
When I seen that,
what are they so afraid of? They know this man. He's a done deal.
Yeah. So now you tampering with the votes. You tamper like they had a pastor. It was a white pastor who's obviously a Republican, who obviously allowed them to come and put that in front of his church. And so he got up there and he said, you know, we're not going to do anything to the ballots. We're not going to look and see who, if this is Biden, we're going to throw that one out and we're going to take them over to, you know, the actual polling place. But you can't do that because on the back of your thing,
and who asked you to?
Who asked you to?
And who appointed you?
You have to fill out. You exactly. They was pointing out. You have to fill out on the back of this thing. If you don't actually put your ballot in yourself, and you gave it. If I gave this to you, I have to sign and say that I gave it to Mary to go put in the ballot. But if these people are just throwing these in there, it's not valid. It's not a valid ballot. Not a valid ballot. So why do you guys got to put all of these obstacles in the way? Why don't you just allow what has been said to happen? Because you know you're going to lose. You know you're going to lose.
Exactly. It's just like they're trying to run so much interference.
Yeah.
You know, because that man does not want to leave that house.
Yeah.
He does not want to leave that house. You know, and it's sad, but, you know, sir, this is it. And then they're having a lot of, it's just rhetoric. They're having a lot of that about people not feeling safe because if he loses, they don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You know, and these people are going to the stores now and they were stocking up on the toilet paper again and the water and all that. But you know what? I feel like this. That's what you guys think.
Yeah.
Is going to happen. And then when you guys show it on TV, you know, that goes into mind of other people.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, we better do this. And so they start stockpiling when it's not really necessary.
Right.
And the media needs to stop that communication.
Right.
You know, where people's panicking and things like that, because that's what gets all this stuff and all this tension so high and gets people's emotions going and things start getting radical. You know, if they wouldn't publish that mess, you know, and have it on TV, we wouldn't have a problem with all that.
Right.
Stockpiling and things like that. That's just ridiculous. And you know what? That's just a whole bunch of hoopla. How do we know that there's going to be a problem? He's going to have to leave the White House just like anybody else.
Right.
We had a lot of people in the White House that were privileged, that were very prejudiced or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a little worse, but they walked their ass out of there, didn't they?
They did.
So what's the problem?
Right, you lost. You're fired. Like when you was on The Apprentice, Donald Trump, you're fired. You gotta go. When you get fired, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
The people did not select you, so you have to go. Not kicking and screaming like a little 5-year-old or a 2-year-old. You need to just go on and go. And you know you had your 4 years. Go on and do what you gotta do.
And you know, you get all your kids, you tell them to go pee and pack and let's go.
The pee is packed. We gotta go. We got the van running right now.
Let's go. And we not making any stops. So y'all go in here and pee.
Yeah.
And come in here and let's go. Make sure all your bags is packed because we don't want to stop. Because if we stop, they may pull us over. Take us all to jail.
Okay. We gotta get to the next safe house.
we gotta go to the next safe house. You know, it's crazy. It is just so crazy. They put so much on this man.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, forget that man.
Right.
Y'all giving him too much credit.
Yes.
Y'all giving that man too much credit.
Did they do the debate tonight?
They having some town hall meetings
tonight.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't watch it at all.
I didn't watch it at all either.
I know one of them is in Pennsylvania.
Is it virtual?
It was on TV, but I turned to Channel 4, and Channel 4 did not carry it.
Oh, okay. And
neither did CNN is not carrying it. A lot of channels, they opt out of this one. They were like, they weren't interested.
Oh, okay. Because I sure didn't watch. I heard him out. It wasn't nothing that I wanted to see because the first one was a mess.
Yeah. So Biden said he was going to do a town hall. Then all of a sudden, of course, you know, Mr. White House, he wanted to do one. But I'm not even interested in it. I didn't even watch it. And so it was on Channel 7, so I turned to Channel 4. I'm like, let me watch something else. You know, I wanted to hear something else. I didn't want to see that crap.
Yeah, I already voted thanks to my my political advisor, Mary Mack. I have my I have everything filled out.
It's so funny. My girlfriend called me last night and said, "Okay, we need to do this right now." I'm like, "What?" She said, "I need to ask you some questions."
Okay. If you want to know about it, Mary got it, okay?
I was like, okay, so I helped her, and then it ended up being a 2.5 hour conversation after that.
Okay.
And then the night before, it was like damn near 5 hours.
Wow. Oh wow.
Because we don't talk that often.
Oh yeah, when you don't talk to somebody for a long time, it's okay to have a long conversation.
Yeah,
I ain't talking to you every day.
Exactly.
So Halloween is canceled. Halloween is canceled.
Yeah.
Halloween is canceled, y'all. You can't walk around with your kids and digging in the little pumpkins and getting candy from strangers because of the COVID.
You can't go up on their porch.
Can't go on their porch. You can't do it. So you got to think of some alternative things to do with your cheering during Halloween. My sister is taking her kids to Palm Springs, and they're going to rent a house and just have like a good time inside the house.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like fun. Mm-hmm. Get them away.
Yeah,
right?
get them away. Yeah.
My daughter is going. She got the guys their little costumes,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see. One's going to be a doctor.
Oh.
And the other one is going to be the coach who was Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own.
And I seen the picture, and he looks so cute.
Players don't cry.
He looks so cute.
So I think they're just gonna, she's gonna have some games for them and everything, and like at Easter, you go and you hide the Easter eggs and stuff. And she's gonna, hide little candies and little treats and stuff for them. And the weekend they made ghost cookies that look like ghosts. And she said that her son said he didn't want to put them in the oven. He wanted his now.
He wanted the raw dough.
He said he kept grabbing
He was like, it don't need to go in there. I'm good with this right here.
He was like, no. So she said she's going to do something with them every weekend leading up to Halloween.
Oh, that's good.
And then Halloween is going to be the big thing where they hide the candy and everything.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, that's good.
That's you know what? That is a really great idea. Even if, because some people do, like, they have blocks, like a block that does a whole lot of Halloween passing out candy and stuff. If they did that, hide the candy, hide it on their outside or whatever, and each family can come in and they can walk through the grass, and then you can keep going to the next house until you find something. You can't hunt for a long time because it's a long line. People want to get through and try to find stuff, and then you go to the next house. That would be cute.
Yeah,
I would do that. Yeah. And then, I wouldn't have to be out there. Somebody would have to be out there to control them from running around on your grass too long. But, at least they ain't digging their hands and stuff. They outside in the wilderness.
But I don't want you up on their porch. I don't.
Oh no, not on the porch. No.
I don't want them to open the door and say, "What are you? Oh, you're so cute." And then don't touch the candy and put it in my kids' basket.
No, please don't.
Don't do that.
No. That's a good idea. Maybe you could do that at home. Maybe you could at home, like your baby doing, is do a little Easter egg for your kids, but a Halloween egg.
And you can put the bucket. Why not put a big old bucket on your porch and just have the kids walk up and take it themselves?
We don't want them little grimy, all them hands in there. Somebody got the COVID, girl.
But you know what? Sometimes I feel so bad. Like this year, these kids got cheated.
They got so cheated. 2020 took everything away from them.
All the way around. Though.
Graduations, proms, all this stuff. I mean, birthdays, sports, holidays,
swimming parties,
summer, the whole summer.
The whole summer, Margot. These kids got straight cheated. And you know what the parents did too? Because I guarantee you, these parents spend a whole lot of money with these kids being at home.
I'm
not talking about just the food, but I'm talking about the electricity.
Yeah.
I'm talking about nerves.
Yeah. Everything is just blown up.
I'm talking about wear and tear on the furniture. I'm talking about all that.
A whole year.
You know what, Margot? The dog probably tired of it.
Right. The dog be like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Because y'all asses, I can't get no break. When y'all going back to school? Y'all, it's my break time when y'all go to school. Now y'all just messing with me the whole time.
Oh my God.
I can't. I really can't. I mean, I feel bad for parents that could not work from home and they kind of lost their jobs because they had to stay at home with their kids and school their kids. Like, that is so sad. And I don't understand how this administration does not recognize that these people have lost their income and they want to give these little $1,200 stimulus check. Like, they didn't give a $1,200 stimulus check every month that we've been out. They just gave us one in the beginning, and now they're talking about giving us one now so we can vote for this Orange Crush. But no, they should, at least the parents. I mean, I don't have to get $1,200. Thank God I'm still working. So I'm not looking for the $1,200. But there's a lot of, yes, thank you. Because there's a lot of parents that had to give up their jobs to be at home with their kids. They have no other alternative. Nothing. They don't have a grandmother and other people or sister or brother or somebody that's at home. Everybody working.
Exactly.
So they had to give up their life to be with their rugrat and just be there to school their kids.
You know, that stuff is probably just tapping on their last. Ooh.
Yeah.
I just, I don't know. I mean, so now it just goes to show you the work that you have to do within your kids.
Yeah. Yep. You got an opportunity to see what's going on in the schoolhouse. Okay.
And how serious this stuff is.
Yeah.
And when you're just asking about homework and you're not checking it.
Mm-hmm. Now you see what's going on. And the school system is sucking. Like, they weren't ready for this, which is understandable, but it's just sad that right now these parents are still going through it with the schools. Like, the schools are not prepared. There's nobody to talk to. You can't call nobody. You can't see nobody. You can't do nothing. You just lost with your child.
And see, you know what? It's really a shame because I'm going to say this right now. These superintendents that want us to vote for them and all these taxes and stuff that we put into these schools and everything, they had all summer to come up with programs.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
I mean, this stuff started what, in March, into February?
Yeah.
Okay, so then the kids came out of school. Okay, I can understand them scurrying at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But when August came and the new year came, oh baby, we should have been ready.
Yeah, we should have. We had enough time.
Those are supposed to be educational professionals.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And hook or crook, they should have all that stuff ready for those children come August or September.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They failed that. You know what I mean? And I'm tired of it. Every time you look up the education department needs money. They ain't doing nothing with the money we give them every time we fight. Anyway.
Exactly.
You're talking about doing some reform on the police department. Shit, you need to do something on the education department.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous.
Yep.
We're not prepared for nothing. Anything. We can't prepare ourselves for anything. We weren't prepared for this pandemic.
Nope.
We're not prepared for what happened with the education system. We're not prepared for the fires.
Right.
We're not prepared for anything. I swear, how are we the best country? We are not. We're not prepared for anything.
Nothing. We got this. We got this mouthpiece. Talking, everybody wants to talk this and that when it's time to be voting, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, whatever. And then when it's time for it, don't nobody know nothing. Huh? What you talking about? What? I said that? And then we run the tapes. Oh, yeah, I did say that. Okay, let's see what I can do. No. Quit bumping them gums.
That is so true. It's so true. I'm so tired. I'm so fed up. When I was reading those initiatives, I was just like, Are you guys kidding me right now with this education stuff? You guys are so full of shit.
Right.
California, don't you think we pay enough taxes as it is?
Yep.
What are you guys doing with all this fucking money?
Right.
We can't even park down here no more.
Nope.
What are you guys doing with this money?
Pay for it. Pay for everything.
I just can't understand it. No, you guys, no, these taxes are not going up. No, I'm not voting on raising taxes for nothing because you guys are a whole bunch of liars. Mm-hmm. You're liars. You haven't showed us anything.
Right. Yep.
I'm just sick of it.
That's crazy.
I just had it. I just had it with the school system, and I'm so glad my kids are through it all because you know what? I just can't. I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? And right now, if I had kids like that, you know what my kids would be doing? I'd be working a second job because they would be somewhere in somebody's private school.
Okay.
Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't deal with the district. I couldn't deal with the district. I just couldn't.
Nope.
I couldn't.
No, because they are full of it right now.
They're full of it. They are so
I feel sorry for these parents.
Full of it.
Yep. All right. Well, we're gonna go on to your soapbox, and you had a good.
You know what?
Soapbox.
I just kind of got into it a little bit, right? You know, it's just a year. You know, the 2020 year. Mm-hmm. You know how you're talking, and you know, I was just sharing with my girlfriend the other night. We were just talking. She had took a trip to Texas. She had got back, so we were just talking about things, catching up on stuff, you know, the whole politics and everything. And she was just saying, "Hey, do you know what 2020 means? You know what that stands for?" And I'm like, "What?" And she said, "What's 2020?" And I'm like, 2020. And so I'm thinking about, you know, the show that comes on TV.
Yeah, right. Barbara Watson.
Yeah, whatever happened to her?
You know, these people been disappearing. When they don't want to be seen, they don't want to be seen. When she left The View, she ain't been seen no more.
I just want to see what she looked like.
Me too. I do too. What she looked like, girl. Yeah, she did a Johnny Carson. She just disappeared.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just like, what happened? I'm just like, where is she at?
Your camera went away.
Okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, so she said, no, you know what 2020 is? 2020 is perfect vision. Mm-hmm. And I said, you're absolutely right. She said, look at all this stuff that's happened to us in 2020. Mm-hmm. So I started thinking about it. And I'm like, wow, yeah. You know, all the privilege that we're seeing. Mm-hmm. All the killing of Black people that we're seeing, people of color.
Right.
You know, all the deaths that we're seeing, you know, us, well, I'm not going to say us, but a lot of people have, you know, they're losing their jobs. They have to stay home with their children and teach their children, as we were just talking about, things like that, you know. And even the divorce rate. Did you realize that the divorce rate went up a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
In 2020?
I'm sure it did, because people have to be quarantined with their mate, and they mate get on their nerves when they next to each other all day, all night. And they're like, I can't.
And you sitting up there with two parents, and neither one of you guys can control kids.
Right.
Oh my goodness. I just can't. But you know, and then I was thinking about too, you know, we got this Mercury retrograde going right now.
Okay.
From 10/13 till November 3rd.
Okay.
The things are gonna be kind of funky, you know what I mean? Mm. And we're gonna start feeling just a little off. But, you know, we need to, you know, to meditate on that a little bit because we've been going through a lot.
Yeah.
This 2020 year, and it's almost at the end. You know, we just got to hold on. But, you know, I just want to say that, you know, a lot of us went through a whole bunch of stuff. We had to deal with a whole bunch of stuff. Family members that had COVID that died.
Yeah.
People that went into the hospital, are, you know, grandparents that, you know, are in these, you know, what do you call these retirement homes and convalescent places and stuff, and you can't even go visit.
Right.
You know, people are sick. People's children are sick. You know, babysitters don't want to watch your kids anymore. Mm-hmm. People can't work. You know, all this stuff is happening to us. But, you know, I think this was just a year of transparency for us.
Yeah.
You know, we are not where we should be
Right.
as a people.
Right.
We should not be here. And I think that 2020 has clearly shown us that.
Right.
It has really shown us that.
Right.
You know, and you know, with friends, family, or folk, you're learning a lot about a lot of different things that you didn't care to know or that you really didn't want to know, but it came to you in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know, and a lot of people just want to say, "Oh, I want this over with. I just want my peace." You know, and then on the other part, you know, of that side of that coin, on the other side of that coin, you got people that are just, you know, they're just chaotic. They can't deal with it. And it's just like, you know, I'm not going to meditate. I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just sick of this. I'm not going to wear the mask. I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
And they're mad at everybody.
Yeah.
They're just mad at everybody. But what we have to say to ourselves and what we have to really, really act upon, I'm going to say, and, you know, have a clear mind about is that it's going to be over. We don't care. But while we're going through this, don't deny me my peace, you know.
Right.
So I have to deal with your chaos.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I mean? If I want to be peaceful over here and deal with it the best way I can,
yep.
I'm not going to be brought into your chaos.
Right. That's how you want to feel. That's how you want to be.
That's what you want to feel.
That's fine. That is fine. But don't think that I should be the same way, because it's not.
It's not. You have at it.
Yeah.
and you know, leave me alone. I'm fighting my own demons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm doing my own thing here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just, you know, whatever it is and whatever I'm dealing with, you know, don't turn around and tell me how I should feel about it or what I should be doing or how upset I should be.
Right.
No, let me do it the way I want to do it for me, for myself. That's gonna make me feel good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when we talk about self-care, and you know, we talk about our Sundays, we need our self-care.
Yep.
Because you know what? If we don't take care of ourselves, who's gonna do it?
Nobody. Don't nobody
and
care about you.
To anybody else.
Right. Yep. That's just how they say. When you on the airplane, I've seen this before. When you're on the airplane, you got to take that oxygen in for yourself first before you can give it to your child. So I need to be good. I need to feel healthy, good, whatever it is, before I can help anybody.
Before you can help anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Your mental state is important.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever it takes to protect that, your mental state and your heart and your soul, then you need to do it.
Yeah.
You need to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You only have one life. You know, you have one. You don't have to do all that explaining to nobody. Let them think whatever. Let them keep, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. You do you.
Right. Know who you are. Know what you stand for.
Exactly.
Before you know, care about what somebody else is saying about you and how you feel and how you look and what you're going through and this and that, and you allowing all of those things to just keep coming at you, that you're not even dealing with your problem. You dealing with fighting off what people talking about when you're not even just shushing the noise and coming over here to your peace and saying, okay, let me be with myself and figure out what's going on. And I'm going to ignore what's happening over here because that's not what I'm dealing with. I don't care what you think of me. I don't care how you feel about me. I don't care how you think I should feel. I don't care about none of that. I got to just worry about myself.
Yeah. And you know what? When it comes down to it, that's all that should matter to me.
That's all that should matter.
Let me take care of myself and be of sound mind and body.
Yeah.
So that I can enjoy this life and do whatever I'm supposed to do in this life.
Right.
He entrusted me,
right,
you know, to this, you know, this world. So I'm going to make the best out of it and try to figure out what my purpose is and do whatever I have to do. But I have to be a right, sound body and mind in order to do that. So I don't have time for your chaos and your crap.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Margot, when you get there, he's not going to sit up and say, well, so what did Margot do?
Right. No, you don't care what you did. Right. You're right. Right. You're right. Yep.
He's going to be like, I'm like, me, Mary?
Right.
You know, I don't know what Margot did.
Right.
Because he's not going to do it. he's gonna care about what Mary did, not
Right.
Margot.
Yeah. And you get up there talking about, well, Margot had, all this stuff going on. She kept saying all these things about me, and she told me how to do. And then he'd be like, what? Okay, so what about you?
But we're here together.
Right. Me and you. I'll deal with Margot. Okay, we're talking about you, not nobody else.
Exactly. And if we can just keep that, just in the tips of our tongues and right here in our minds and stuff and in our hearts and stuff, I think we'll be better people. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll be better. And I think that, we can focus and not focus on the problem, and before you know it, this will be all over with, and everybody can breathe and get back together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and be happy.
I like that. You said it is 2020 is like clear vision. It is clear vision. It's allowing you to see a lot of stuff that's happening to us in the world, and then it's allowing you. I just use myself as an example to see what it is that I really want to do. I'm in comedy, but there's some other things that during this pandemic, I've been able to say, okay, figure out some things as far as my entertainment life. And then figure out some things when it came to my just regular relationship in my life. It gave me this opportunity to do that because at the pace that we just go as regular human beings, our day-to-day life, we really don't take the time to sit. We should, but we don't.
Margot, we don't.
We don't take the time.
And this whole pandemic has caused us to do what? Sit down.
Sit still. Yes.
Face this stuff.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
You can't even go outside. So now what? Figure some shit out. Okay.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Cause it's just like. It gave me that time to sit and say what my next steps are. I have a whole whiteboard that I write on that's behind me right now that I write notes on it. Just constantly things pop up in my head and I'm like, okay, I'm not making no moves on them right now because I can't technically because nothing's open.
But at least
I got it.
You're writing it down, Margot.
Yeah.
You're writing it down.
Yeah. I got it out. I got it out of my head because I'm an in the head type of person. I'll be like, oh, it's up here. Then I forget anyway. But I'll be like, I got it. But I've been putting it on the wall. Yeah.
Put it up there on your wall. And then once you get it out of your head, you're making more room in your head for something else. So get it out and write it.
Yep. And I write it all the time. I write it down. I'll be like, all right, that's a thought. Write it down. Let me just do it. And I thank God. I mean, it's okay. We had to go through this. Ain't nothing that I can say. I mean, I wish we didn't, but it's here. I can wish whatever I want to wish, but it happened. You know what I'm saying? So we need to make the best out of it.
It really is. And you know what? And you know how everybody was saying, well, if you didn't come out with a business, or if you didn't do this, or you didn't do that, during this whole pandemic, you didn't do the right thing. But you can't really say that.
No.
You can't really say that. People use their time differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Even with you have time now because, a lot of the clubs are closed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And been closed. So you haven't been able to run out and do your gigs like you used to.
Mm-hmm.
And do all that socializing that you do with your other comedians,
Mm-hmm.
comedian friends and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that has given you some time to think of some other ideas and things like that and things like that. And that's good. Because you know what? That was your focus, Margot. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right, exactly.
And God gave you that time and that space in order to do that. I'm sorry that it had to come through a pandemic, but He set you down.
Yeah.
He set you down.
Yep. And got you to thinking and writing stuff down and be like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. Yeah. So I like that. It is clear vision. It is 2020.
Transparency.
Very transparent. In all different politically, personally, all of it. Socially,
all of it. Mentally,
yeah.
all of it.
Mm-hmm. So, and we needed to see that. We needed to see that was able to plant the seeds for other things good to happen.
Exactly.
In
make
the
some
world,
changes.
Make some changes. It's time to make some changes.
Make some changes.
Because we sitting back.
Make some changes in your life.
We sitting back and allowing these smoke and mirrors of stuff to happen to us, and 2020 removed all the smoke and all the mirrors, and it showed all the background of what's happening happening all around the world. Everywhere. I mean, and that stuff hasn't just like police brutality didn't just happen in 2020, but it's been going on forever. But you know what? 2020 made it clear to us that the shit is seriously fucking happening. It's happening, okay? We see videos, we see everything. So, I mean, very clear. So, yeah. It is clear vision, so I like that. Let me see. I just had a little bit on reality. You know, I'll be watching my reality, switching gears on reality shows.
Yeah, what's happening?
Okay, so the Real Housewives of Potomac that I've been telling you about these girls fighting or whatever. This week was a little bit better. It was a lot better actually. It wasn't all about them fighting. They was doing their own regular little thing. So y'all don't have nothing really to report on that, but you know, I'll watch it again on Sunday and see what happened. They just trying to eyeball what's her name out. I think the next her name was Monique. I think the next one is when she's going to go talk to her her reverend or pastor or whoever, and he's kind of getting it all out of her, and she said at that point that she was sorry and that she was going to talk to Candace. And I thought
that she was sorry for the fight.
She was sorry for the fight because the week before last, she was telling the ladies that she didn't feel remorseful. But it was like 5 days after the fight. She said, "I'm not gonna lie, I'm still angry. I'm still angry at the whole situation, and I don't feel that's she's human, and she's telling you the truth. You guys want her to say, 'Oh, I'm so sorry.' She's not sorry yet. She doesn't feel sorry in her heart yet, and she told you the truth that I don't feel sorry. This girl has been antagonizing me. No, I shouldn't have put my hands on her because she was antagonizing, but it just fucking happened, and I'm not sorry yet. So it seemed like this next Sunday, she's going to talk to her pastor, and then she's going to break down and, you know, really say, you know, I am sorry, and I wish that really never happened, and I don't know how I allowed myself to get to that point, blah, 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 whatever. So that's happening. On the Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's not on yet, but I know it'll be part of the show. Cynthia Bailey had got married to Mike Hill on 10-10-20.
Now, this is her second marriage on the show because she married that one guy. I don't know his name.
Yeah, Peter. She married Peter on the show. This is her second marriage on the show. Her second marriage, period, and both of those was on the show. Mike Hill is a sports commentator, but right now he's popular on Fox Soul. He does a show on Fox Soul, like one of those, like a talk show on Fox.
Okay. He has a talk show.
Yes,
okay.
Very handsome. But they had this wedding, and it was 250 guests. 250 guests.
During the pandemic.
Right. During a pandemic. And they said, oh, you know, we're going to practice social distancing and everything. But you look at these pictures, though. Nobody got on a mask. It's a room full of people. You know, like a wedding. Like a regular wedding. They're dancing in the middle. And I see one lady on this picture. She got a mask on the ground. She's the only smart one. Everybody else is, you know, looking at them dancing with no mask on.
Wow.
So I was like, wow, that's... But she wanted that date, the 10-10-20, like I was doing 11-22. That's the date that she wanted. And she didn't think that they was going to make it. But I was watching Wendy Williams, and she said, you know, you could have got married Justice of the Peace on 10-10-20. And they had a big celebration later. Yeah. You still would have had it as your date. That would have been your date, but you have your party due to this pandemic, and you want 250 people to be there. You know, that was something that you wanted. You could have waited. And you could have did it. But, you know, brides have their, I wouldn't do it. I don't care if I would have had it on 10-10-20 and this shit was happening right now. And I wanted to have 250 people at my wedding. We wouldn't have did it. It just wouldn't have happened. Like, sorry, I just couldn't do it. So... They rich people. They do what they do. I hope nobody gets sick. So that's really it. I didn't watch too many reality shows this week. I have a lot of them that come on today, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians and some other crap that I watch. So we didn't really do a bullshit and beauty, and I wish we would have kept the Halloween one for the bullshit and beauty. So I'm just gonna rewind back.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that the bullshit is that Halloween is on a Saturday this year, and it's canceled. But it's canceled. That's what really sucks. You wait, but you got to wait like, what, 6 years? Sometimes 5 if it's a leap year, or not a leap year. 6 years before it's back on to a Saturday. It's going to be on a Sunday. That's like, on Sunday, you got to go to school, whatever, the next day, if school's in next year. But the beauty is, like your daughter is doing, parents can be creative and creating some alternatives for your kids to enjoy the holiday. You know, one thing that I do hate, and one of my pet peeves is when people say, people who claim to be holier than thou, religious, whatever, and they're like, oh, you celebrating the devil's holiday. First of all, I'm not celebrating the devil's holiday. If I was celebrating the devil's holiday, then that would mean I would be doing things that the devil was doing to worship that holiday. That's not what I'm doing. Or when somebody celebrates Halloween, and that's not what it is. It's a kid's situation. Don't get me wrong. If it wasn't a pandemic, I would have been at somebody Not Scary Farm. I love that stuff. Somebody Not Scary Farm, Universal Studio, wherever it would have been, I would have went. And I guess because I guess I say this, and every year around Halloween, it reminds me, this guy years ago told me that. He said he didn't want to go. This is when I was single. He said he didn't want to go with me to Not Scary Farm because it's celebrating the devil. And I was like, what?
Is that the best you could do?
If you don't want to go, just say you don't want to go. It celebrates the devil. And it wasn't even a guy that I was dating. It was like a group of us that was going. And he said the reason why he didn't want to go is because we were celebrating the devil. And he's been to these situations before, but he had got with a new girlfriend. And so I don't know if that was her beliefs, and so he just tagged along with what she was saying. I don't know. But that always rubbed me, because I had gotten to a debate with him about that. And every time around Halloween, I always think about that, because I know other people have said that as well. And that's not what the situation is. Kids are out there trying to have fun. People trying to have fun, and that's all it is. There's no worshiping the devil.
And if that's the way you feel, then just don't go. But you don't have to call it the devil's holiday.
Right.
How do you even know what the devil's holiday is? You know, people would be pressed to know too that December the 25th is not the day Jesus was born.
Right. Right.
You know, we celebrate that.
Right.
You don't know what day it was.
Right.
You know, the 4th of July is not our Independence Day.
Right.
That don't bother you?
Right. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Little stuff like that, even on all these holidays, Thanksgiving, guess what?
Right.
Those what do we call, those oppressors came in and slaughtered those Indians.
Yep. But we still eating turkey on that day.
Okay, and talk about you so thankful. What you thankful for?
Right. Right.
Because they went out there after they learned how to grow all they taught them how to grow all the vegetables and everything like that, and then they ended up slaughtering them.
Right.
And doing everything else and bringing all the diseases to their people and killing them off and everything, and then you're going to sit around and say, Thanksgiving.
Right. So you're okay with that?
And you're going to talk about Halloween, dude?
Right. Stop
it.
So
just stop it.
Do whatever you need to do. If you have little ones, think of some creative ways to have them enjoy it inside the home. Just like Mary's daughter is doing, like the Easter egg hunt, have the kids hunt around the house for some Easter egg, for some candy. Yeah, get them some treats. Get them a trick. You can get them tricks. You can get them treats.
Yeah, and
all kind of stuff.
Have them carve the pumpkins that night and have a contest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of, you can make a haunted house if you want to. If I had kids, I would be, because I like haunted houses. I would make my house out of a haunted house and have them walking around
Wouldn't that
here
be
doing.
fun?
Yeah, I sure
Wouldn't that
would.
be fun?
Yep.
I don't think these kids are creative the way we used to be when we were
No.
kids.
Mm-mm.
Girl, we'd figure out some stuff.
Okay. Sure would. We sure
we
would.
we didn't have all those electronics and things of that nature.
Yeah, they be fiending over. They be like, "Where's the tablet? Where's the tablet? Where's the phone? Can I have your phone?" I'm like, "Oh my God."
Where's the charger? Where's my charger?
Oh.
If I hear charger one more time from people, where's the charger?
Where's the charger? It be little 5-year-olds talking about, "I need the charger." What the freak you need a charger for? You know how to even say charger? You know what that is?
Oh, they know.
They know.
Like my little grandson, he'll say, "What is tablet? Is it charging? Is it charging?" I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm just like, "Oh my God, these kids."
Little
like,
sponges. They be like, "Oh, let mommy charge it," and that's all they hear is charge it. Is it charging? Is it charged yet? I'll bring it to you.
It's not working. It's not working. Well, it needs to be charged every 5 minutes. Is it charging? Oh my God, it's crazy.
The kids want their video games, so.
And they want that stuff. That stuff is so entertaining to them. These folks figure out where the money's to be made at.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. So I would, as I call this time of the year, Hollow Thanksmas. So we're Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Yeah. You sure do.
Gotta prepare for Hollow Thanksmas. I know these parents are going to be bringing all of their little kids candy. They won't have as much this year.
No, because they're not going to be doing it.
They're not going to do it. But you know what parents will do is buy a gang of candy for their kids. Y'all going to buy all this candy for kids, and then you're going to end up bringing that shit to work and be like, "Oh, I got all this candy, and they don't need it, so here you go." So don't be bringing that candy to work, okay?
I still got those Hershey bars in my office. You know what? I can't.
Gotta give them away. You should have gave them scavengers like handfuls of candy. Like, here, take it.
Check your stuff, girl. I can't. I'm just like, oh my God, I don't even want to look at that mess.
Yep. So, all right, y'all. So we reached the end of episode 69 of the Just Being Me podcast with Mary Mack and Margot Evans.
So now, are we going to be able to? Because you're going to be going away. You're going to do a little vacation.
We are. I am. But I'm not leaving till Friday. So next week. So we'll do it on the 23rd. Yeah. I mean 22nd. We'll do it. We'll be back next week on Thursday.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So we'll be here. I'm gonna have something. Not this Thursday, but I'm getting ready for my girls' trip. This girls' trip is full of moms. They're all moms. I'm not a mom, so I'm fine. So they are I'm happy to get away too. Don't get me wrong, but they really happy to get away because they're getting away from them kids and all of this trauma with these schools and virtual learnings and all this other stuff. So they are super excited. So this is gonna be a really great trip that we take next weekend.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be so nice.
Yeah. We got a lot of things happening, massages and going out to eat, and they getting on a boat somewhere. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
And some other stuff. So, yeah, I have some stuff to tell y'all. Not next week, but the week after. All right, y'all. Okay. We are out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and don't forget to share us with everybody.
And fill out your ballot, please. Fill out your ballot. If you can early vote, please early vote.
Yes.
Or send your ballot in, drop it off at your post office. Whatever you need to do. Don't wait till the last minute,
Right.
Read your initiatives and, make your decisions and fill it out, please. Yep. And make sure you follow the directions.
Yep.
So that it will count. It will count because they're really looking over those things this year with a fine-tooth comb.
Yep. Make sure you fill it out right. Yeah.
So take a minute and read it and follow the directions and get it off so your vote can count.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace out.
Good night.